my real aspiration now is, if you really hate Bitcoin, I want you to love us. Like, we're the perfect instrument to short, right? Because I promise you I won't sell it, right? We're going to be levered long Bitcoin, and if you don't like it, or if you just want to hedge it, you get to sell our stock or sell puts or buy puts, right? And the worst thing I could do is to take your side of the trade or to interfere with what you're doing. So I think part of MicroStrategy's rise to prominence in the space is we have been laser-like focused. We're very consistent. We're very transparent. We're going to buy Bitcoin, never sell Bitcoin. We're going to borrow money intelligently. If you like Manhattan, and if a company said, I'm going to borrow $5 billion at 1% interest, and I'm going to develop real estate in Manhattan, you might think that that's the kind of company you would like to invest in. But if you hate Manhattan, and we're 150% exposed to Manhattan, you get this investment thesis, like, that's the company I want to short. And the most important point in the marketplace is you just have to be very pure, true to your focus, have integrity and consistency and transparency, because it's not my job to trade, hedge, arbitrage, or construct that portfolio. There are guys with hundreds of millions or billions of dollars in a Bloomberg, and that's what they do every day. So my contract with them is, we're going to do what you can't do. We're going to buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin, and we're going to issue equity, and we're going to issue debt instruments, and you can't do that. We're a public company, and on the Nasdaq stock exchange in America with a nearly 30-year track record, and we have 16 billion of permanent capital. That's Bitcoin, right? So I can create an equity with 80 or 90 vol. I can have permanent capital. We can stand massive swings because of our capital structure. That's what we can do. What you can do is decide if you want to buy it, sell it, hedge it.
Welcome back to the channel. Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros here, coming back at you with another video today. And we're going to be going over MicroStrategy closing for the weekend. You guys just saw that Saylor was telling people that, hey, I want you to short my stock. So I'm going to have another clip of Saylor at the end of the video, but I really just wanted to make this video to go over the big catalyst that we had today and go over the close for the weekend. So you can see MicroStrategy closed at 387, down a little bit today, 0.35%. And Bitcoin currently trading at $97,123. We actually got as high as around 98,682 earlier on in the trading session, but it did sell off, and so MicroStrategy sold off right along with it. But like we've been telling you guys, this is MooMoo. We have an affiliate link. You can get 20 free stocks if you sign up. All the information will be in the description below and in the pinned comment section. And I believe today or tomorrow is the last day to get those 20 free stocks. So make sure to take advantage of that. MooMoo, a really nice brokerage, and you can trade any stock, any crypto, and also options. So make sure to check that out. And also check out our Patreon, exclusive content over there. We're doing trade alerts, leverage trades, and premium alpha, so make sure to check that out, and it helps the channel out a lot if you guys decide to sign up for that, and appreciate everybody that has signed up so far. But let's go ahead and get into this MicroStrategy update. So MicroStrategy is closing the new Nasdaq 100 tracker. The snapshot day is today, so this is where we're going to be ranking going into the Nasdaq rebalancing that's going to be happening in December. MicroStrategy is currently rated number 53. And the expected allocation that they'll get is going to be just under $1 billion, which is huge. This is a great rank for MicroStrategy in my personal opinion. We could have gone higher, obviously, if Bitcoin performed well, but I'm very happy with this. This is going to be a huge allocation. And one thing to note here is MicroStrategy is not an incumbent. So the incumbents, they rebalance quarterly. But with MicroStrategy, because it's going to be a new company included in the Nasdaq 100, this is going to be a one-time allocation that's going to be happening in December. So they're going to get access to all of these funds. What do you think Saylor is going to do with all that? obviously he's going to find some way to utilize that to buy more BTC, which is going to help the Bitcoin per share go up, which is going to be really good for MicroStrategy. And then you can see here the dates that we have coming, a lot of key dates coming up very soon for MicroStrategy. So today we have the Nasdaq 100 ranking day snapshot. We have a Bitcoin conference on December 9th. Microsoft, they'll be doing their shareholder vote on buying Bitcoin and putting it on the balance sheet. And also Saylor will be presenting to the Microsoft board a 3-minute presentation on why they should allocate some of their funds and hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So this will be very interesting to see how Microsoft responds to all this. Then we're going to get the official announcements of the Nasdaq 100 on December 13th. So we'll see on December 13th, we'll see exactly where MicroStrategy is going to be ranking. We'll get that official announcement, which is going to be good. And you may get some sell the news on this, or you actually might get a little bit of a bounce on this when people realize that MicroStrategy is going to be included in the Nasdaq. And then a couple of dates that aren't on here that I think we should definitely be paying attention to. December 6th, the jobs data. The market trades heavily on this data that comes out. You may not agree that this data is accurate, but the market does trade on it. Same thing with the CPI data. That's going to be December 11th, right before the Fed meeting. That's going to be on December 18th. And this is when we have the reconstitution, the MicroStrategy inclusion on December 20th. So a lot of huge catalysts coming from MicroStrategy in December. And also one thing I want to mention down here is we have the potential S&P rebalance, the S&P 500 rebalance with a MicroStrategy inclusion. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Bitcoin performs next year, going into next year, where it's going to be at around the June timeframe. And if the price of Bitcoin is going up, if that can help MicroStrategy get in the S&P 500. That's going to be something to watch out for. We could get another huge allocation from the S&P. More to come on that. We'll definitely keep you guys up to date as we learn more about the S&P rebalance and the MicroStrategy inclusion with that. But you can see December has some huge dates that you have to be watching out for. I think it's always good to be watching out for the jobs data that comes out every month, the CPI, and the Fed meeting. Those are 3 key things that we need to watch out for every month, because whether we like it or not, those catalysts definitely move the market. It's just something we have to pay attention to. And then we can see here, MicroStrategy did around $8.39 billion in volume today, coming in at number 3 again, just below NVIDIA and Tesla, trading more than Microsoft, more than Apple, more than Amazon, more than Meta, more than Coinbase. That is really crazy to see. MicroStrategy is one of the most highly traded stocks, and their market cap is only $87 billion. Look at the market cap of all these other companies. 3.3 trillion, 1.1 trillion, 3.15 trillion, 3.59 trillion, and it's trading just as much volume as these other top tech companies. That is really good to see. And MicroStrategy may be at a little bit of a discount right now, because if you look at the NAV premium, it's just below 2.5. And as of late, as Bitcoin's price has gone up, we've actually seen the NAV trade at higher prices than this. You can see when Bitcoin was up here at around $98,000, $99,000, the NAV premium was just below 3. Now we're down to around 97,000, and the NAV premium went all the way down to 2.4. So what we've seen around this price is kind of low on this scale. So this may be a buy the dip opportunity for MicroStrategy if you can get into it while the NAV is still low. And in my personal opinion, I actually agree with this. I think as the price of Bitcoin goes up, I think the NAV could actually go up along with it. I think we could potentially get a 3x NAV, 4x NAV, 5x NAV, depending on Bitcoin's price. But that's just my personal opinion, and that's not financial advice. We'll see what happens going into next year, but I think if Saylor continues to increase the Bitcoin per share, it's going to definitely help out the NAV at the end of the day. That's just what I think is going to happen. So also, guys, there's been a lot of people in the comment section and on Twitter complaining about the price of MicroStrategy, saying that the price has dipped from 530 all the way down to 350 and it's over. But let's be realistic. Zoom out for 1 second. We're still up 665% over the past year. MicroStrategy could come down 50% and still be up 300% in the past year. Understand that when you're investing in anything, guys, you have to have a long-term time horizon. You shouldn't be buying at these tops up here and expecting MicroStrategy to do a 10x in a month. That's not realistic. I would just caution everybody to just relax, buy the dip, continue to buy in incrementally. If you want to be risky, you can, but with more risk comes more reward, but you could lose it all, guys. You do some of these call options and your call expires worthless. You just lost all your money. So invest at your own risk. We believe in MicroStrategy as a long-term play. The Bitcoin Brillos believe that it could go to a $1 trillion market cap company. So relatively speaking, it's still cheap right now at a $71 billion market cap. So invest at your own risk. Nothing I said in today's video is financial advice, but really appreciate you guys watching these videos. Hit the like button if you want more. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to play another clip from Saylor here. Just a quick video update. But let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.
We're in the Bitcoin gold rush. It started in January of 2024, and it will run till about November of 2034. How many people know what happened in November of 2034? In November of 2034, 99% of all the Bitcoin will have been mined, and the last 1% comes out over the next 100 years. So for all practical purposes, the stock to flow ratio of Bitcoin is infinity in 2034. It becomes noise. At the beginning of the gold rush, no bank could custody Bitcoin, no institutional investor could buy Bitcoin, no Wall Street trading firm. When those spot ETFs were approved, that created a fire or an avalanche. The genie's out of the bottle. It doesn't matter who's elected president next. It doesn't matter who's the next head of the SEC. No politician's opinion, no banker opinion, no regulator opinion matters after that date. That kicked off the gold rush.